So now we have the dice. Now this is my third set cast in the pressure pot using this dice mould. So let's peel this back. Okay. So we used pink Mylar flakes with clear resin and a blue alcohol ink, but a very small amount this time because when I did it before it didn't set properly. And I have dice, but they are a bit squishy, so yeah, very carefully trying to release some of these. Oh, okay, 4 always comes out nice and easy. That's pretty nice. Oh, the 6 is definitely easier this time around. Oh, there we go. Okay, so smaller amounts of alcohol ink definitely look better. And this time what I did with the Mylar flakes was I put some in the bottom first, filled it part way with clear resin, did my swirls, and then put in more Mylar flakes and then topped up. So that seems to have worked better, so that's good. Who wants to come up next? Oh, you do. Okay. I'm a little bit worried about pulling this, predominantly because one of the other dice that came out literally looks like it's been munched. Now, I did not eat it, so it possibly means that when I was removing it from the mould, one of these little bits here maybe pulled at the edge and muffed it up. It's difficult to say for sure, but either way, the dice is a bit of a mess. So now, these are a little bit tricky to get out because there's only one mould, dice face that's actually visible, which is fine. It just means it's a bit of a job to wrestle them out. So we'll try over here first. See if we can get any of these released a little bit. Or maybe this one. And then come back to that one over there that didn't want to come out. Come on, you can. Oh, I want to tear the mould, you see. Okay, so even with the Mylar flakes part way down in this one, we've still got them mostly at the bottom. Oh, or maybe I didn't put very many in that one. That still looks quite nice too. Still quite happy with that. To be honest, I'm happy with a set of dice that come out of here that are non-bubbly, that I can sand and polish and potentially give to my friends or sell even. So that's always an option. You don't want to pull that off too much, but you can see here, I'm wondering if this was the issue where this tore. So I'm going to tear it in the middle but leave it attached to that one because I don't want to ruin it. But there's some nice Mylar flakes part way down in this one, so that's cool. And then, oh, what have we got over here? Let's see if this one wants to come out now. There's the sound of a cat pelting its way down the stairs and running up and down the hallway, in case you could hear that. So I've no idea what she's up to. This 8 does not want to come out. You can't stay in there. Come on. Yeah, it really does not want to come out. Let's try and get him on the... come on. There we go. So, again, a bit of smokiness, a nice amount of Mylar flakes. Happy with that. I will check these when I'm back home later to make sure we don't have any voids. As I had some before. Had some because of dice not setting. And that was because of the alcohol inks messing with the resin. And one of them just had like a weird bubble. And as I say, one of the dice looked like it had just kind of been dropped. which I'm wondering if it's to do with this on the top, and I didn't notice at the time. So if they want to be stuck together, then fine, they can just stay stuck together for now. So there we have the 20. I'm just going to take that off that bit, but oh, there we go. So there's only the number 1 dice face that's not got a clear mould face on it, which is fine because we can sand that very carefully. Oh, that's actually really pretty. I quite like that. It's a bit glassy looking. That's cool. And then this one again. The Mylar flakes seem to have sunk, even though I gave it a little stir in there very carefully. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with those. I don't know what colour I'm going to ink them yet. So, if you're wondering about the inside of the mould, this is a slab mould. So once you pour your dice, you press this down, the excess squidges out. Once it goes in the pressure pot, under pressure to keep the bubbles at bay. And then inside here we have very carefully moulded. I did not make this mould. This was one that I bought from a seller on Etsy. They have this one, which is the sharp dice mould, and then they have another one which is you know, like the rounded faces, and you can just about see the 20. I'm not quite sure how they make these. Very carefully, I imagine, as you can see how some of this is quite delicate with regards to where the lines of the faces are. You could quite easily tear this. I think this is probably made from this dragon skin stuff I've heard about. So, but the mould is 3 dice sets in. So I'm not sure how many I'll get out of it, but I'm pretty pleased with it so far. So if you want the link to the Etsy mould, it's about £65, which for the stress of not actually having to make my own mould, I'd say is well worth it, to be honest. They sell, as I say, other moulds. There's a mini dice mould, which I'm glad I didn't get, because sanding dice is tricky enough without having teeny tiny dice. If I wanted a very painstaking challenge, I might venture into that in the future. Sorry, I really like picking resin off of things. If you ever make your own dice, you'll kind of get into that habit too. Also, point to note, sometimes you get like little very rounded droplets of resin. And what I've been doing is gathering up those very rounded ones and putting them in a little wee tiny glass jar so that I can reuse them. I figured if I can put an unset thing inside of here, I can probably put little tiny flakes of resin inside resin and reuse them in something like this, or a bigger piece, rather than wasting it, because obviously this is all waste. There's not much you can do with this, I understand that, but I'd very much like to be able to recycle what I can if possible. So yeah, I've been doing that, and at some point when I feel like I've got enough of that, I will do a little video of how I'm going to reuse that. So please let me know if you would like the link for the Etsy mould. I'm quite happy to give that out. And yeah, if you have any suggestions on inking colour for these, let me know. Let me know what you think. And more dice videos in the future, hopefully. Thanks, bye.